Alright. Welcome to Device 6. This game is only playable with sound switched on. Before playing, please read the software license agreement and the device for manual for important information about electromagnetic waves. Okay. So, this is Device 6. From ratings and what I've heard of it, it's very good. It's somewhat of a meta game, and it's got a lot of puzzles, and it's very unique. So yeah. Please hold the device about 6 inches from your face. Keep the device steady during scan for more precise identification. Okay. So what it's quote unquote scanning my face. Ha ha. We have identified you as player 249. Oh. Ooh, interesting. Janet fucking can't see it, but I'm dancing. Very like spy-like creepy doll. Damn. Alright. Already off to a good start. Chapter 1, Awakening. Alright. How is gameplay in this game? Start simulation. Please swipe O. Radio? Oh, it's gonna be a text-based game. Alright. Alright. Damn, so it's gonna be like, damn, this is cool. So it's like interactive text. Okay. Northwest guest room. She had never played with dolls, yet it was the first thing on Anna's mind when she came to. A rather unpleasant doll, too. A strange thing to have on one's mind. She got to her feet slowly. Thousands of nails seemed to pierce her head, and her right ear itched terribly. Where in the world am I? This was certainly not the room she rented for Mr. or Mrs. Muscat. For one thing, this room was cylindrical. A tower? I don't know any people living in towers, nor do I care to, Anna mumbled to herself and gritted her teeth. Through a small window, she could tell that she was rather high up. As she tried to focus, she could make out a lighthouse in the distance. Anna wasn't in the city. That much was clear. I need a smoke. Damn, that's cool. This game is cool. She reached... Wait. When you move the text, it's like footsteps. Is that her moving? Damn. Great game. She reached inside her coat pocket. Her cigarette package was empty. This was turning out to be a very bad morning indeed. Won't somebody turn off that awful music? A painting of an orange hung on the wall. Anna felt a sharp pain in her head. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath. When she opened her eyes, she noticed the number 2001 right in the center of the orange, painted in a slightly different hue. Anna shook her head. As she opened the only door in the room, she saw a steep and narrow staircase. Carefully, she began. Okay, so I'm gonna remember 2001. Should I get a piece of paper? I'm gonna get a piece of paper. I'm going to stand up, walk over, get a piece of paper. This is a phone game, by the way. Okay, I got a piece of paper. Got a piece of paper and a pencil. Got it. I got it. Oh no. Alright. Carefully, she began to descend it. Her balance seemed to be slightly disoriented. The steps appeared to be floating. Tired boy. Too many cocktails? Anna tried hard to remember. The doll flashed before her eyes again. As she got to the bottom of the stairs, a door blocked her way. She peeked through the keyhole, a long corridor. There was nobody there. Anna opened the door and... Too many cocktails, no something else. Damn. Now I've got to turn the phone. Yo, this is cool. Lightly stepped into West Corridor. Lightly stepped onto an expensive looking carpet that stretched out as far as she could see. Its intense colors shone in an almost unnatural way. There were numerous oil paintings, etchings, lithographs, and other works of art clustered all over the walls. What does that say? Lies, hope. There's another thing in there, I don't know. A mansion or a castle, perhaps. It was completely over-decorated. Anna walked straight ahead and for a moment thought of taking her boots off so that she would not make any unnecessary noise. Don't be silly, Anna. She decided against it and instead announced her presence with a hello, but her words echoed emptily through the corridor. Anna peeked inside a room to her right. A child's room? There didn't appear to be anyone in there. Loads of toys were scattered all over the floor, and in the corner stood a tiny four-poster bed. She looked out the windows, and even though her sight was still somewhat blurry, she could make out the ocean and a castle and a bridge connecting it to the building she was in. As majestic as the view was, Anna felt slightly offended by it. She had not asked for it. She looked around the room. Something was wrong. The toys were in a mess on the floor, but not a real mess, an arranged mess. A spoiled child's room. A piece on the wall depicting a rather stern-looking elephant wearing a bowler hat. What is that? It says baby elephant. Cute. Hat caught her attention. How awfully tacky. Oh, that was weird. It's like playing Simulacra again or something. Anna knocked on the second door to the right. No answer. She opened it and entered a dim and somber room. The windows were covered by speckled green drapes that had been nailed to the wall. Her eyes adjusted to the darkness, and she could tell that the room was empty save for a gargantuan cabinet that stood against the wall. A curious lock-like device was attached to its doors, and she could feel a slight draft coming from within it. Something about it made Anna feel uneasy, so she went back out into the corridor. Do I press those? What the fuck? No? Alright. West corridor. The headache was fading and her balance was almost recovered, but she still had no recollection of how she had arrived there. Why am I here? Anna searched her mind. She had left the office at 5 o'clock, bought some vegetables at the market, and then she had gone straight home.
Device 1, text output chip. Main simulation device. Transmission of thought to text translation output to device 4. First person to third person translation output. Present tense to past translation output. Developer nodes. Unable to separate geographical data from course of events, might produce paradox branches of course of events and geographical data, rare. Might produce subjectional thought or text thought output without first to third person translation if doubter experiences certain types of emotions such as affection, angst, annoyance, hostility, etc. This makes like 0 sense to me right now. Probably if like I play the whole game and then I come back, it would make sense. But like text output chip. So maybe it's saying, because it's showing the device is in someone's head, so maybe whatever is happening gets outputted to text into whatever device 4 is. And then these are like bugs in it. Okay. But then what? Anna came to a door with a sign, "Do not disturb." We'll see about that. Out of spite, she knocked on it loudly. Silence. She knocked again, even louder. Nothing. Third floor study. In the center of the room, this is like written in British English. Cool. In the center of the room was a big desk with a multitude of notes and sketches and some kind of computer. The sketches seemed to have been created in a fairly fervent state, and many of them were half finished or crumpled up. There were several old letters from someone called Corbinian Broadman. A rather poorly made portrait of Leonardo da Vinci hung on one of the walls, and next to it Anna noticed a photograph of Thomas Edison. A photograph? Can I even words? He had a dart firmly placed between the eyes. His eyes. Oh, I could try 2001. 2001. No? Well, fuck. She browsed. Maybe it did something back here? Nope. Alright. She browsed the bookshelf. It was full of books about chemistry, mechanics, physics, and mathematics. They were all out of date, just like everything else in that room. Calendar on the wall claimed that it was September 19th. Why am I so tired? Fuck. September 1946. A museum, then. That would explain a lot. She left the room. West corridor. Across the hall, Anna noticed a stairway that led down to what she had assumed. So, do I get a choice of where to go? I'm gonna go this way. Led down to what she assumed to be the ground floor. Before heading down, she decided to inspect a peculiar sound that appeared to come from someone talking around the corner of the corridor.
A simple math problem.
There was a door slightly ajar to her right.
A framed number. In the room where red meets yellow in a frame.
Okay.
Plus
Anna pushed it gently.
another framed number.
A more forceful push
between
amounted
hope
to nothing,
and
so
lie.
she leaned forward and peeked in.
Plus
The tape recorder had been
the
placed
channel
on a modest
I am
desk
on.
in an otherwise empty room. That's odd.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In the room of the Renaissance man,
Mm-hmm.
a simple math problem is the key.
Oh, the
A
computer.
framed number.
2000.
In the room where red meets yellow in a frame.
Oh.
Plus another framed number
Another
between
French
hope
number?
and lies.
Oh,
Plus
there was something else in that room. There was
the channel
Hope Lies, and
I
then I
am
saw
on.
something else. The channel you're on. Was this some kind of prank? Anna enjoyed a good laugh as much as anyone, but this seemed way too elaborate
Good
for
morning.
any of her friends to pull off.
In the
She
room of the
continued down
Renaissance
to the
man,
end of the corridor, a
a
dead
simple
end.
math problem.
Anna was facing a huge steel door that looked decidedly out of place and more fitting to some kind of bomb shelter. In front of it was a screen apparently displaying the output of a security camera. With no handle, she pushed herself against the door, even though she knew it would not budge. Is this the thing? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna say that's the one. 56, alright. I'm gonna remember 56. I'm gonna write it down right here. She took a few steps. Wait. What's that small writing right there? She took a few steps back and turned around. She took a few steps back and turned around. She took a few steps back and turned around. She took a few steps back and turned around. Okay, that's kind of weird. She took a few steps back and turned around. Okay. Anna glanced at the paintings as she walked down the hallway. There was clearly a great deal of money spent on this place,
And lies.
and by the look of things, by an
Plus,
eccentric.
The channel I am on.
She was thirsty and was working up quite an appetite. Could Mr. Cargill be in on it? He's rolling it in, isn't he? No, he's
Good
too
morning.
cheap. Besides, in on
In
what?
the room of the Renaissance
Anna was
man,
not one to miss breakfast,
a simple
and though
math
her
problem
temper
is
was
the key.
normally quite even.
a framed number.
Two things affected it
In the room
more
where
than
red
she cared
meets
to
yellow
admit.
in a frame.
Some eggs and some
Plus,
toast, and then I'll get to the
Another
bottom of
framed
this.
number between
A missed
hope
breakfast and a
lies.
shortage of smokes.
Plus the channel
Anna made her way back around the corner, back to the stairway, and walked downstairs. Ooh. I don't know if this is gonna, like, come out correctly on YouTube, because I'm, like,
Having to flip the phone around and shit. You might have to, like, put the phone.
Or wait, if you're watching it on YouTube on your phone, you could lock your screen and turn it with me. Or if you're on a computer, I don't know, you're just fucked. Maybe it adapts to YouTube, I don't fucking know. The entrance was truly breathtaking. It reminded her of a swanky hotel that she once had visited with her aunt. She felt as out of place now as she had then, and this time she was alone. Anna heard voices coming from what she instantly felt would be the dining hall. Okay. Ground floor dining hall. The room was crowded with people. No one acknowledged her presence. Anna shook her head as though to shake off the dizziness and sharpen her vision. Pardon me, but could you tell me the name of this place? She asked a smiling old lady. The old lady kept on smiling. A mannequin? In fact, they all were. Mannequins having tea. A chill ran down Anna's spine. She backed away from the old lady and sent a dashing doll, dressed up to look like Rudolph Valentino, to the floor along with his cup of tea. He lost a couple of fingers in the fall. Anna spun around and scanned the room for movements. Her instincts told her to run. It seemed a bit silly, but she sensed danger. Anna rushed out to the entrance, leaving the mindless chatter or recording thereof behind. She pulled the handle, locked. Shit. Study authorization required. Alright. This is fucking creepy. Okay, so 56, 2001. And there was something, it said there was something in between here. Okay, hope. Lies. There's something else. Five. Alright, so simple math problem. Add them all together, I guess. Okay, so 2001 plus 56 plus, yeah, there we go. Where are you going? Oh, right here. L R R L L L R L R L L R. The letters L R? Oh, left right. Oh, for the cabinet or whatever. Alright, let me write this down. Left, right, right, left, 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 right, left, right, left. Alright. So now we go back here. Left, right, right, left, 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 right, left, right, left. Yeah, I did it. What is happening? What the fuck? Okay. Well then. Please take time to answer a few questions that will help us provide a better experience for you. Okay. Did you find the level of interactivity in the previous chapter satisfying? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Which of these shapes do you think describes the previous chapter? Okay, what? Square. What year was the calendar and the study display? 1946. Mrs. Muscat. Which of the following colors do you think describes Anna's personality? She's a yellow. Try to picture someone looking at you from a window. This is fucking Simulacra again. Oh no. Who is it? Why you gotta do this to me, game? Thank you, player 249. Yo, I got 100 points, hell yeah! I don't fucking know what that means, but alright. Hell yeah. Bro, I feel so accomplished. Oh, we're already on to chapter 2. I think there's only like 6 chapters. Well, that would make sense. Divide 6. Yeah, I think there's
6 chapters, so I'm gonna leave this episode here. Do some editing, maybe record another episode tomorrow and put it up tomorrow. See ya, guys, in the next video.